Tricks and tips. One of the things that I like to do is, as I'm sitting in a meeting, or if I'm listening to someone talk in a seminar, or if I'm listening to a podcast, or I'm listening to a YouTube video of someone trying to explain how to do something, I will doodle. And doodle, for some reason, because my hands are busy, allows me to remember things a lot better. And in class, maybe it's because I've been doing it for so long that even as I sit in a classroom in a lecture format, if people are explaining something, if I doodle, I will remember everything that's going on much better than I will if I sit there and I'm not doodling. Doodling seems to stop me from daydreaming and allows me to focus on that and on what the person is saying. So the nice thing about working on an iPad or working on the computer is that computing power that is built into that, and some of the things that they built into the computer, allows you to do some things that you can't do on a canvas. You can, however, you may not be able to do it as perfectly. And so doing doodles on the computer and on the iPad or on a tablet can be so exciting because you can do some real cool effects. And one of the things that I didn't explain here in the thing is how I got the little balls that you'll see in the hummingbird picture. For instance, you'll see these little round gray balls that are floating around in the sky, and they look like they're actually three-dimensional. It's really simple. All you do is you put a lighter shadow underneath, a dark black, and then you take the this light burst, which is one of the settings inside the tablet, and you put that on top. So it's a three-step process in order to make these three-dimensional orbs that are floating around. Now, to do that on a piece of paper and actually draw it would take a lot of effort, where on the computer you can create them with tap, 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 and you're done. So you can make one in about 10 seconds or a minute. And where if I tried to paint it, it would take me about an hour to do one fairly effectively with the same amount of three-dimensional aspect to it. And so some of those things, and you'll also know there's floating bubbles, which is just a setting, and you just sort of drag your stylus across the page, and all of a sudden you have these bubbles sitting there inside that hummingbird with the flower picture. So take a look back at those and you'll see what I mean about the computing power and what it can do.